Hey guys, it's Christmas Eve 2020, so today I'm making a wizard's staff, and totally not from The Hobbit. The first thing I did was cut out some spears of this packaging foam that I had, and then inserted a wire into it to make it bendable, and I chopped off the ends of it so that I could wrap it around a piece of wood. I then sanded down a piece of wood that I had to make it all smooth so paint would stick to it, and then I glued on those spears of foam that I made around it. After I got to a certain point, I made a little gem out of some translucent foam and fit in a little light into it so that I could turn it on and off. This is just hooked up to a really small battery so that it's pretty hard to see when I put it into it, and it shines pretty brightly, so it's a bonus. Then I went through and glued on some more spears of foam around it after I inserted the gem into the middle of it. This is just to give it the look that the gem was there while the wood was growing around it. And I wanted to make this look pretty organic, so I cut up a bunch more strips of foam and wrapped it around it just to make it look like the foam is actually the wood. And I think I nailed that. I then went through and used some FOMO to imitate the wood texture, and FOMO is just a foam clay-like substance, and once it dries it turns into essentially EVA foam, but you can wipe it away with water while it's still malleable, and it's pretty handy to turn into wood or actually any other material. And I'll definitely be using this in the future since I still have about half a bucket left, so look forward to any builds featuring that. After going through and applying a couple more coats of this, it ended up looking like this, which I liked how it turned out. I went through with a razor pen and a soldering iron to give it a little bit of a texture, and after painting it black I went through and applied some coats of this red-brown color to it, and then a lighter yellow color just to knock off some of that red sheen and to create some high spots in it. And then I went through and applied a black wash over the whole thing just to give it an older, more worn away look than the paint had before. This also helped create the imitation of wood grains in it, which it didn't have. Overall, I think this turned out pretty good. It looks like a certain wizard staff that I know from a certain franchise, which is totally not The Hobbit, and the gem turns out pretty cool. So here's a little film. If you guys want to see more of my videos, be sure to like and subscribe. Merry Christmas, guys. See ya.